Okay, our user settings have been completed. Um, Now, for the last step, we just need to reboot our VM. When I do this, the screen's going to jump around a bit as it resizes. I'll go ahead and reboot. Not sure if that. Get my mouse back. Okay. When the machine comes back, it's going to automatically select our CentOS image to boot. Um, now we're now we're booting up CentOS 7 for the first time. Let me reposition this. Okay, we've rebooted. We're no longer dependent on the CD, the DVD that our ISO that we mounted to our virtual CD drive. We need to confirm our licensing information, so we'll click on this. I recommend reading this if you, hopefully you don't have a problem with it. It's the GNU Public License GPL version 2. Let's pick a host name. You should have an Ethernet device you can pick, and you want to turn it on. We could. Oh, the host name here is got localhost local domain. Let's just call it HD server and apply. All right, we'll pick done. And then finish our configuration post boot. You see now the resizing of the screen. It's all right. It's now giving us a prompt to log in. You can click on your username, log in with your password that you provided. This will be our first login. The desktop is going to come up. It's GNOME. It's got the nice CentOS 7 background. We have to go through our, again, some initial selections for the first boot. I'm going to take the defaults. I'm not going to set up my accounts. And then we're done. It pops up with getting started. You can watch some of these videos if you'd like to get comfortable with GNOME. You should have internet access at this point. Let me just prove that by trying a video. Yeah. I'm not sure if these videos are local as part of the installation or we're going to the network, but I'll stop that. All right, let's just dismiss this. I believe you can pull it back up again when you, if you need to, from the help screen. Just to show that we have internet access, we're going to pull up the Firefox browser. I like to fill the screen with it. Let's see if we can go to our Blackboard. Yeah. So we found Blackboard. We need to log in as we normally would. Go ahead and this might be useful for cutting and pasting instructions that I might put on Blackboard into your virtual machine. So I'm going to save that. As long as you don't plan on allowing others to access your virtual machine, I think it's safe to let it record some passwords for you. Um, just as an aside, the default for VMware is to use NAT, which is network address translation. So you are behind a NATed firewall. Your computer is presenting an interface to the internet. For me, that's the wireless interface. I'm over Wi-Fi. And then the VM provides a network hub, a virtual hub, and then an interface connected to that virtual hub. And it's doing that. So we don't need to negotiate extra IP addresses on the corporate network or whatever network you're running this behind. It's just going to appear as if you are coming from your host machine. And that should make things pretty simple. Now we're in Black Book, and we could navigate to the course. I'm not going to do anything else with Black Book. Another thing I recommend is to well, actually, let's go back. I changed my mind. Let's go over to the course modules, preliminaries, and development environment. So let's go to the GitLab server and log in there. See if the third time is the charm. Yeah, all right. For me, let me go to my account. Yeah, my username is WilsoPW1, which is the ID I typically use that I use at APL. And but for you, your ID is probably the Johns Hopkins ID, the the first part of your email address. So I would have to change my username to do the Git integration. I'll do that for the next part of this process. But now you have a working a Linux VM is connected to the internet, and hopefully you'll poke around and enjoy that. Thank you.